Tonight, in his first address to Congress, President Joe Biden said that the nation is turning crisis into opportunity.
Because of COVID precautions, this didn't look like the kind of presidential address that we're used to seeing. However, it still was a night of historic firsts. Pat Kessler's here. Pat, boy, he sure covered a lot of ground in this address.
Yeah, there is lots to unpack tonight. President Biden marking his first 100 days in office, and his aides say he was swinging for the fences. A far-reaching new era of government is what we saw tonight, and trillions of dollars to get there. Immigration, gun safety, climate change, voting rights, and police reform. Because of COVID, though, the president gave his address to a nearly empty chamber. Only 200 people were present instead of the usual 1,600, all masked, the president striking an optimistic tone.
Now, after just 100 days, I can report to the nation, America is on the move again. Turning peril into possibility, crisis to opportunity, setbacks into strength.
There are some huge programs we heard about here tonight. Universal pre-K for every child in America, free community college, expanding child care for working families, payments to them, health care subsidies. He pays for all of this by raising taxes on America's highest earners, calling it a blue-collar blueprint to build America.
And it recognizes something I've always said in this chamber and the other. Good guys and women on Wall Street, but Wall Street didn't build this country. The middle class built the country, and unions built the middle class.
For the first time in history tonight, the American president gave his address standing with two powerful women, Democratic Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Vice President Kamala Harris. Also worth noting, Biden stood on the site of the deadly insurrection at the Capitol just 113 days ago. He called it the worst attack against the United States since the Civil War. Now remember, it was just a year ago President Trump on the same place giving a speech. Speaker Pelosi angrily tore in half the president's State of the Union address that night. Quite a change from then until now.
Yeah, to say the least.
Yeah.
Pat, something important to the country, but certainly to Minnesota as well. The president brought up George Floyd's name tonight.
Yes, he did. The president said it's time to heal the soul of the nation after the Derek Chauvin trial. In his speech tonight, he said he spoke with George Floyd's young daughter at her father's funeral last year, who told him, "Daddy changed the world."
After the conviction of George Floyd's murderer, we can see how right she was if we have the courage to act as a Congress. We've all seen the knee of injustice on the neck of Black Americans. Now's our opportunity to make some real progress.
The president praised America's police, but said the country needs to root out systemic racism in the criminal justice system, and he called on Congress to pass police reform by the end of May. That is the first anniversary of George Floyd's death. So a lot here tonight, and we're going to be talking about this for many, many days to come.
Very good. Pat, good to have you here tonight. Thank you.
You bet.
Meanwhile, Republicans say while the president promised unity, he and the Democrats are causing a divide.
This should be a joyful springtime for our nation. This administration inherited a tide that had already turned. Thanks to our bipartisan work last year, job openings are rebounding. So why do we feel so divided?
Florida Senator Tim Scott gave the Republican Party response. He said the Biden administration is pulling the country apart by not working with their side of the aisle. The GOP says it wants to create more job opportunities, repair civil injustices, and continue to build on the economy.